Welcome to Mystically Me. This is a place to explore your intuition, connect to your higher guidance, and a place to really just find out about some of the coolest stuff out there. If you've never been here before, this is a place where I can bring in messages from your angels and guides, channeled readings for the collective to help just help everyone feel like they're on the right track in life. Sorry about that. I am just sort of waking up. All right, so there are some things that have wanted to come through. Um, I was pulling cards as the video was getting recording was getting started, and of course we're using the inner child cards. So the Guide of Wands came up. We do have the Ace of Swords, and then Beauty and the Beast. So, the Guide of Wands is like the Pied Piper in the inner child cards. So this card is really about you never know when your inner muse is going to show up or depart. So you have been, for whoever this message is for, it feels like you have been sparked with inspiration, if that's the right way to say it. You have been having some amazing ideas coming through. Hopefully you're writing them down. Your guidance is definitely be journaling this, or if you are against journaling, maybe making voice notes in your phone or something like that, so you have the information that's coming through. Because, yeah, you are getting guidance. It feels like, give me a second to feel into this. So it feels like you are being given guidance maybe on a business, a creative adventure, maybe a project. Last time we talked about collaboration and group work, but for you, I feel really this hasn't been about a group work situation, but you have definitely been inspired by someone or something, and you could even be your own inspiration. It might be your inner muse. So it is time, though, whatever inspiration has come through, for you to start listening to your inner guide. It's also a really good time to tap into your artistic gifts. So if maybe you used to draw and you kind of put it to the side, or you've always been interested in working with pottery or painting, this is a sign to sign up for that class, buy some new drawing supplies. Just you're really being guided to express yourself creatively, because you've got some real magic in your creativity. So find a way to express it. It could be a new way. Maybe you always painted or drawn, and now you want to venture into something else. For some reason, I keep seeing like stained glass. Someone putting together beautiful pieces of stained glass, like stained glass mandalas, or jewelry making, just keeps coming up for me. So if you have, this message is definitely for you. If this resonates with you, if you've been feeling called to be artistic, maybe it's one of those things. So, yeah, whatever you feel calling to you is what you need to go with. Also, then the next one was Beauty and the Beast, and that is number 8. So, for those of you who know the traditional tarot, that's like the strength card in the tarot. And in the inner child deck, it really means that you are about to receive a miraculous gift of love. So, the guidance is be ready to accept it. I do kind of feel like these might be. No, yeah, these might be separate. These cards might be separate, but also it could be that as you open yourself back up to that creativity, that is the miraculous gift of love. Also, this is a sign to open to your higher guidance. So, hopefully, whoever this message is for, you are listening and you will jump back into that creativity, because that's really what you're being guided to. Listen to your higher guidance. This will bring just so much more love and joy into your life if you do this. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is when the the card shows, I believe it's King Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone, or yeah, sword out of the stone. That's right. So this is time for you to take hold of your divine will. It is really time to vanquish negative thoughts. This is really what this card is all about. It's a birth of a new way of thinking. Ooh, excuse me. Hmm. Maybe singing is that creative project for somebody, just the way that was clearing my throat last night. So it could be the start of writing a book. That's another way to be creative. Maybe you're going from drawing to writing and sharing your gift in another way. So There is a lot happening. I feel there is, like these cards say, it is time to jump back into your creativity, listen to your higher guidance, uh, really vanquish negative thoughts. So if you have been doubting your creative abilities, oh, that was when I was a kid, or how is that going to help in life? You can't make money from your art. If that's going through your head, you have to stop and think about where that comment came from, because I seriously doubt you gave it to yourself. That was something you probably picked up from a parent, a teacher, a caregiver way back in the day, who, when you were so passionate and excited and sharing your art with someone, just told you, oh, well, you're going to have to get a real job. So, whether you're still a kid or an adult, don't listen to whoever said that to you. All right. If you're a kid, sorry. I don't want to get you in trouble with anyone. But you know what's best for you, and tapping back into the creative part of yourself is going to open up your life in a lot of different ways. Um, Also, I feel for someone who might be really getting interested in cards, maybe you're new to this channel or maybe you're not, if you are being guided to maybe getting into more some of the psychic arts, doing card readings for people, learning more about energy work, channeling like this. If you are feeling called to any of that and you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, because not that long ago, I was like you, where I was, in a different job, a different life completely. And this had always been a part of me, but not a part of me I shared with the world. So if you are feeling hesitant, please reach out, because this isn't about me being here to tell you answers. This is about helping everyone get more connected to their own guidance, so then they can connect and get answers for themselves. So if you are someone who needs to be putting stuff like this out in the world too, the more of us, the better. Because sometimes it can be hard to bring in information just for yourself. It's a lot easier to channel, I feel, for other people, because when you are bringing in information for yourself, you usually have a very strong, feeling about what you want the outcome to be. And then that's where the messages can get confusing. You really have to be detached for what comes in, because if you have strong opinions or desires, you're not going to hear the message as clearly, because, we are very powerful human beings and we can make things seem the way we want them to. Okay, I'm being guided to pull some more cards from the inner child. We've got the Five of Wands. We'll go ahead with three more. Keep to my little red cap, which is the Fool in the regular tarot. And let's see, the Ten of Swords. All right, so in the Five of Wands, there's a beautiful, beautiful flower and a beautiful fairy sitting there. And then the little red cap, I believe that this is the sort of like the fairy tale of Little Red Riding Hood. And then we've got the Ten of Swords, which has a dragon. Actually, it's a dragon eating his tail. So he's making a circle and he's encased inside 10 swords. So let me see what is coming through with these. So the Five of Wands is a really beautiful card. She's not lonely. She's just sitting there with the flower. Because at first, when you look at a card, you just see one fairy or one figure. It's, you could be like, oh no, why is she so sad? But she's not sad. This is a chance for you to expand your divinity. Like the truth of who you are inside your heart. This really does connect back with the first three cards, because it's all about unfolding your creativity and your intuitive gifts. So I feel like we were talking about the creativity gifts, and just as I was getting to the end of those other three cards, it came through about the psychic gifts. So these are connected. I feel that for who this message is for, as you get back into your creative gifts, that's actually how you tap and connect with your higher guidance. It doesn't always have to be the ways that we think that it is. Like, oh, I have to sit and meditate and be silent for hours for my guides to connect with me. That does work for some people, but for others, there's just so many different ways to connect, and that's another reason for this channel. So, whatever you're feeling called to doing, that's okay. Maybe you're like, oh, well, I don't think that painting is very spiritual, or I'm losing, or playing music. But It is. So the way to your higher guidance is whatever is your way. So if that's painting, for some people, they connect with their higher guidance when they're like out running. So don't judge how you are feeling guided. That's a really big thing. The negative thoughts about yourself. Stop judging what's coming up. You just do what feels right. All right. So if you just think, sitting down and drawing for the next hour, if you don't have to be at work or have anything going on, just do it. Because what's going to happen within that hour, the guidance you'll come to about yourself, the higher guidance you'll be able to connect to, will just bring you more truth and more clarity than anything else. Because that's your way of finding yourself. That's your way to your higher truth. So then we've got the little red cap. And, Little Red Riding Hood is ready for an adventure. She really doesn't have a lot of fear, but there is a time in the woods when she's feeling lost. So this is a really big time of change for who this message is for, who this guidance is, the collective that's going through this right now. You are at a beautiful, I want to say like precipice, that's kind of a fancy word. You're at a beautiful place where you've had confirmation that there's more. You have just something has happened in your life to prove to you that, oh my goodness, yes, all those things I thought were true, angels, guides, whatever you want to refer to them as, holy moly, they are true. So sometimes in that moment, it's a little scary because it's big. And if you grew up learning that you can only trust what's in front of you and only the things that you can see with your own eyes are true, it is a very different way of living to come to the other side where I live, where all the things that you can't see are the most true, which drives a lot of people in my life who are logical and rational, a little bit crazy, but they'll get there. They just have to, like you have had, see the proof of the other side. All it takes is a little evidence. So in the Ten of Swords, which I know seems like it could be a scary card, but when you think about it, you've got the dragon inside the swords. So you've controlled the beast. Triumph and liberation are what this card is all about because you have really worked hard to overcome the mental blocks. So keep checking that negativity because a whole new round of adventure is coming in your life. A whole new powerful place of being. Pardon me, I have to blow my nose. And I am really sorry if you can hear any annoying outside sounds, even though it's not Tuesday. I don't think. My apartments have decided to do their annoying outside noises. Usually they don't do it on this morning, though. So I apologize if you're hearing any of that. Hopefully it's not coming through. So let's kind of finish up the downloads coming through for this. So keep doing what you're doing. You got to put your doubt on the side. You have seen the evidence. You no longer need proof about what's out there. You're just working on connecting to it more, and it's going to be through creativity for you. This also doesn't mean that you have to quit your job, become, a broke artist, sit at home, and only indulge in your creativity for the rest of your life. Any little amount is great. 10 minutes today. Sit down and draw for 10 minutes. If you don't have 10 minutes, and I'm just saying drawing, but whatever the creativity is, if you want to sing for 5 minutes, if you want to do pottery, it might be a little bit more. You might have to get some clay. It might not just be as easy as sitting there and doing something, but do it. Take that little bit of time. You don't have to put hours into it. Just dedicating a little bit of time each day can help your nervous system relax, also allow other things to start coming in. And we have to remember every little bit. I know I am someone who, I hate this saying, and I really need to look up where it came from, like throw the baby out with the bathwater or whatever it is, because it's kind of a crazy saying to me. I don't think anyone would just throw a baby out with the bathwater. Anyway, I usually, say I'll take something like working out. I'll get so excited and be so gung-ho and be on it and working out and going. And then something will happen and I'll get sidetracked and I'll just look at it like, oh, well, I can never do that again. Or, oh, I don't have an hour for it, so what's even the point? And that's not it. even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just taking the time each day to do the thing that you want to do is what's going to make a difference and start opening up other things to change for your life. All right. Um, so I'm gonna wrap this reading up with the universe has your back card or just one to see what kind of the final message that wants to come through. Just keep up with the creativity and just feel I am so excited for whoever these messages are for, because seeing the evidence and knowing there's just so much more to this life, to this world, is a beautiful recognition and just the start of something so much more exciting. It's really just the beginning of coming home to yourself. So I I feel myself tearing up. Also something is coming through for it's for this person going through all these or these people, because I don't feel this is just one of you. There is a whole collective waking up right now. But this message is coming through from someone's guides. They want to say thank you. Thank you for seeing them. Thank you for recognizing them. And thank you for believing enough in yourself to take the leap. They love you so much. There's just so much love for you. And they have been trying to communicate with you for a really long time. And recently, I guess, okay, so they're trying to say they are sorry that what you went through to finally be able to see them was so painful, but you were so loved and you were so cared for. And they promise, they promise things are getting better. And they're saying, they're saying that they know this is really hard and they didn't want it to be this difficult. This isn't what they were expecting. They're sorry that you're hurting, but you're there. Just keep going. All right. I know that message is a little out there and I'm having a tough time getting it through. So just for whoever this is for, you are okay. Put your hand on your heart if you're willing and just take a deep breath because you've made it through. Also, they're really they're pointing to my feet. So it's really important for whoever this is for to ground yourself. This doesn't have to be like a 20-minute process. Wherever you are right now, look at your feet, think about your feet, put your attention on your feet. All right. Wiggle your feet around. Yeah, you have feet. Good job. So once you do that, then feel the energy that you just kind of created in your feet. Feel it moving up through your legs, up past your knees, into your hips. Okay. So you have your hand on your heart. You know your heart's there. You've got your feet. Now just take a deep breath in, hand out. Another one in and out. Let's go for a third. Deep breath in and out. A quick fix to help your nervous system is if you will breathe in and make your exhale longer, you can help regulate your nervous system. All right, let's see what wants to come through in this message. And just give yourself some credit, okay? You have gone through a lot. You've dealt with a lot. You are an amazing human being. You are loved. Your energy, your light is needed in the world. Okay, so the universe has your back, and the card that has come through. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. I feel like there's more. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. So let's go ahead and pull a third. And then if any of these three cards are resonating with you, I would love if you would type the basically affirmation in the chat just to help secure that energy stronger for your life and bring more of it into your world. And the last one, I choose love no matter what. So let's start with the first one. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And finally, I choose love no matter what. I think this is a beautiful place to end. Just remember, you are a unique light that is needed in this world. I love you, and I'm so thankful that you've been here. I hope you have a blessed day.